Today on the channel, we're jumping into action, celebrating the 60th anniversary of the G.I. Joe brand with the G.I. Joe Classified Halo Jumper.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified series, unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're back at it with another 60th anniversary figure, this time the Action Pilot Halo Jumper. But for all your G.I. Joe Classified needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Jay's Toys and Games. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Yes, 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with the old deluxe packaging once again. We've had two of these in the past so far. Here's the third one. We got another one on the way as well. Celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Joe team. And to me, this, and I guess to me, to everyone, how about? This celebrates, of course, the earlier incarnations of G.I. Joe. Not the real American hero that I hold so dear to me. The stuff before, I always say, that was my uncle's generation. That was before my time. I didn't play with the taller Joes, the Barbie-style Joes. It just wasn't for me. I was 3 and 3/4 or bust is what I was about. And now the Classified, of course. But these are great characters to mix in with your Classified series. And I guess we're getting so many at this point, I'm going to have maybe a half of a shelf just dedicated to these off to the side. I know a lot of people buying these as army builders. There's a lot of different looks with these, so you can display different looks. So a fun line, however, doesn't get me in the nostalgia feels like a Quick Kick does, or my boy Flint out there. Of course, Flint, true leader of G.I. Joe. We all know that by now. It doesn't really get me too excited as this. So I don't foresee these being on my top 10 best of year-end list, but they are cool figures. Obviously, a lot of reuse from the Joe Classified line, and we'll talk a little bit about that and do some comparisons later on in this video. But without further ado, let's get down to it. Let's see what's going on with this pilot right here. I guess a pilot, an action pilot. How about that? A lot of camo going on with this one, of course. 60th anniversary, G.I. Joe. Big window bubble right there. In case you ever run into a pilot, you can have him sign it if you really want to. Of course, Hasbro down low. Warning, choking, small parts, not for children under 3 years old. Oh my gosh, you 2-year-olds, march yourself on out of here. 4 and up, it does say on here as well. So a little mixed messaging over here, Hasbro. Is it 3 or is it 4? What is it? We need to be safe here, of course. G.I. Joe, glamour shot on the side. 60th anniversary. Parachuting into battle right over there. Reminds me of the old G.I. Joe convention where it was at Springfield, Illinois many years back when probably the Figure Subscription Club was still going on strong. They had figures they were throwing off the roof and stuff with the old parachute. Always thought that was a pretty cool deal. On the back, look at that glamour shot. He's on the USS flag. We'll just pretend he is, at least. Jibber jabber down low. No bio card, nothing like that. I did scan this for the first time ever, this QR code over here. It took me to like an outdated Hasbro site, basically. It was saying, hey, retro cards coming spring 2024. And it showed some old figures and stuff. I thought I was going to get a little bit more info in that QR code. Not the case. Not the case for those keeping track at home. Oh my gosh, we got all kinds of stuff going on with this one here. Can I get this out? Well, what do we got going on here? Okay, well, we got a stand. We're going to take our last stand. We know all about those stands at this point. You know I'm here for that. But we do got the parachute in here. All right, off to the side. See you later. Can I get this parachute out? What is going on here? Oh, it's tape. It's got super soft tape on here, though. I do appreciate that. Very sticky, but very soft. Not that McFarlane Cambodian tape that'll rip your skin right off like it's glue or something. But we got tape all over this guy right here. And now I'm thinking, what kind of high building can I go to test this parachute out? That's what I need to figure out. You have the old 60th anniversary backdrop, the old see you later off to the side. But we do get a little parachute action here. How about that? What high building do I have access to right now? Now I'm trying to think. Can I go to my office? Not really. Can't get up on the roof there. I'm going to have to think about that one a little bit, but very cool, a parachute. For me, I don't know about you, this will be going in a baggie, never to be seen again is probably what will happen with this one, but a cool enough idea here for the old Joe team. Nice little parachute ready to go. So something different. We don't get that a whole lot. And there he is in the old plastic prison. He's got weapons, he's got backpacks, he's got glasses, he's got helmets. He is ready to take on the world. He's ready to fly by night if he needs to, like a young Rush. That's what he's ready to do, fly by night. Holy cow, we got some super sticky tape on the inside. A lot more sticky than what we saw with that parachute. No doubt there. But no twist ties, it looks like. Happy to see no twist ties, just tape. Tape is the battle. That's the enemy in this video right here today. Pop these out. I would have to imagine some of this stuff we're going to see with the Dragonfly ripcord, and we're going to see, well, we've already seen it, as we do know. We've already seen his promotional images and stuff. It's just out of sight, out of mind. I don't have him in my collection yet, so I don't remember exactly what all he is doing. But boy, oh boy, we got a lot of stuff with the old action pilot, and I don't know what we're going to name this guy. Should we give him his name? We're going to call him Mark Summers in tribute to Mark Summers. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's dive in here. Now, where do we even start? We got so many extra stuff going on with this guy. I guess we're just going to dive in. So we do get a little pistol right here. He's ready to go. Nice little pistol. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Army green color on this pistol, of course. We do get a big old blasting rifle. Once again, all green color. It's like the old Green Army Men is what it reminds me of right here. And he's got a little magazine right there. It is Action Pilot Monthly. Oh, because there's a whole group of them, and they have a magazine. Who knew? But that does come out. You got the scope on the top. Nice weapon. Seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again, as we say all the time. Man, we got another one right here. Another little, like, machine gun. A little tighter one. A little two-handler. You can give it one of those. You do got one of these. What is it? Is it a magazine? Does it come out? Why is it not coming out? I would assume it comes out, but you know what happens when you assume? There you go. Pops right out of there. What's going on with this one here? It is, Fighter Pilot Monthly. So he's reading all the good magazines here. He's really on brand. He's not reading something off the beaten path. He's sticking on brand. He's dedicated to his job, as we see there. And now we get another one, a big futuristic kind of machine gun here. Big heavy one. 3 machine gun type things for this guy. He's not messing around at all. We do got another magazine out of here, and it is Pet Fancy. Pet Fancy magazine. He loves reading up about some fancy cats. That's what he's about here. But he keeps it a little light, apparently, off time, on his downtime, But another big weapon going on there. Keep it on going here. We do got a little knife. Always got to have a little knife. I wish we had a little silver on the blade, though. This is, I think, a butter knife where he butters his toast before he hops in his Sky Striker, maybe. Who knows? So we do got that. We do got the breathing apparatus here. Reminds me of old Ripcord back in the day once again. Of course, his original 3 3/4 Joe, a favorite of mine as a little kid. Plug this in, of course, breathing mask, all that. Nice. We'll see this again, I am sure, in the future, the near future, of course. 2 different sets of goggles here. You like the little goggles or the big goggles? I don't even think these are goggles. I think this is a sleeping mask. I think he sleeps in his plane while he's just off duty. He's hanging out, sleeping in the plane. It's comfy for him. Got a sleeping mask here, and then you got some legit goggles right here. And once again, going to keep saying this. This is a great figure for a 2-in-1. You got different helmets, different goggles going on, so many weapons. You can really make them feel different if you really wanted to there. We do get a little silencer action, I guess is what this would be. I would assume this fits on the end of one of these weapons, or choose your own adventure on these weapons, of course. You put that right on the end, plugs right in there. Is it a suppressor? Is it a silencer? Does it really matter? Does it really matter? Doesn't matter to me. Maybe it does to you. I guess it's your thing if you want. We do got, okay, helmets going on. I guess we'll start with that. We'll start with the more plain Jane helmet. I think we saw this helmet numerous times in the past. And I believe this clips right on the front of there. It's a little like flashlight thing on the front of his helmet here. So we've seen this before. Get it with him as well. Once again, choose your own adventure. This helmet is pretty cool, and I think we'll see this with Ripcord as well, possibly. We see this with Wild Bill. Is it coming with Wild Bill with the Dragonfly? But it is more of like an airplane or a chopper. That's kind of what I think of helicopter. Helmet with the big visor over the top, kind of the black, looking nice. Does have the hinge, comes up and down. Looks very nice over here, though. Does this plug in? Yes, it does. So it looks like this plugs in here. Not the easiest. But you can plug this in. Just reminds me of Ripcord. So you plug this into the mask if you want to, right like that. So a lot of stuff going on. And then finally, the big backpack here. Man, he's ready for school. He's ready to go back to school. I think this is the first time we've seen this big backpack in person. You got all kinds of room to store accessories, magazine, cat fancy, you name it. All kinds of stuff. Usually we just get a plastic backpack. This one actually works to put stuff in. So you can put some of your extra accessories inside here. I am definitely here for that. Looks good. Army green throughout. Do got a little hole on the side over here, and that I believe is probably for this. Yep, for that side of that mask, plugs right into the side there. So nice to be able to store everything on here, but this is a big, big backpack, no doubt. But now we're going to finally dive into the pilot. We're going to see what all the fuss is about here. And I do like the head sculpt on this one, as I do like the camouflage paint here. He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. Looks like he's ready to take on the world as that parachute's moving around here. But we've definitely seen this body in the past. We know this body. Do we love this body? Do we love it? You guys tell me. But I do got old Airborne right here, and it is straight up reuse of the Airborne body right here is what this is. Just painted a totally different color. Airborne at your local store right now, I would imagine, if your stores are anything like mine. A good figure. Airborne I was never really close with in the Joe brand. I knew Airborne. He wasn't a top guy for me, though, ever. But they did use this whole body and a lot of the accessories for this figure. Gotta get the most out of your molds. We know that whole rigmarole by now. But now walking through this, we're just going to walk through like everything else. Got the big vest over the top. Got a sculpted in grenade. You got a spot to store your little knife there. Always do love to be able to store stuff. Got a little compass on his forearm here. A little GPS compass device here. I guess needs to know where he's at all times. Makes sense. Camouflage body throughout, not just the face, but on the fatigues. The pants, the shirt, everything has the camouflage going on, down to the green boots to match the weapon. Same with the gloves going there. Articulation, you get a little bit of butterfly shoulder here. You do get the arms all the way around, of course. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Looks like we also got neck articulation, so a little double whammy articulation. You do get a little side to side, up and down. Hard to get in there with that vest, but it's got plenty of movement, of course. Got the stirrups around here, around the leg. You got a spot to store a pistol over here. His little side piece, you can store it in there if you want to. Of course, drop down hips. Legs do go up. Oh my gosh, double jointed, pinless knees. Very, very tight as we're accustomed to. Boot cut, ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. All of our usual articulation in our Joe brand right here. He does look good, though. I do like this head sculpt here. The brown hair on there. Got a little bit of color from the lips showing, but outside of that, it's just straight up camouflage, and it does look really, really nice. Camouflage fatigues throughout as well, looking very good. A good just plain Jane soldier for your G.I. Joe team, I would imagine, is what you could use him for, or you could customize him into something else if you need to. He does fit on a G.I. Joe classified stand, and I keep saying Hasbro Pulse should sell these packs of 10 or 20 or something. Get him out there. It's no skin off their game, some extra sales. I think a lot of people would like to have a uniform stand for all their Joes, keep them a little bit more secure on display. I know I would. I'd be buying some packs, but not in the cards as of yet right here. Now, not so sure about this one. I don't know about you guys. It's hard to display things like this. But you do got the parachute ready to go. I'm actually a little surprised there's not an instruction of how to do this parachute in there. At least I didn't see one anywhere. But very cool to have this. I just don't know how economical it is for anybody's display. Maybe you're going to hang him from the ceiling, something like that. You could do that. But as far as me on a shelf, I'd have to display him like he just landed. And then you got shelf killers right here. So for me, this will fold up. I'll be putting this in a baggie. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen. And then I'll get it in 20 years and say, who did this go to again? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But this guy does look better than I thought he would. And man, he is loaded out. He's loaded with all kinds of different stuff. So cool for what it is. Maybe my favorite one of this 60th anniversary so far. I think we got another one, a sniper, a ghillie suit, all that, a female one coming. So we'll stay tuned for that. And one thing that's different too is a lot of these ones we've got multiple heads. So you could have a black guy, you could have a white guy, you could choose your own skin tone adventure. Didn't get that right here. They went just straight down the middle. We're going camouflage. That's what we're going on with this one here. So once again, choose your own adventure. But we do got the other two we've previously unboxed on the channel. Check out those videos if you did miss them for whatever reason. And I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you didn't miss them. But looking good as we build out the 60th anniversary G.I. Joe line right here. What are your guys' thoughts? A pickup for you, a pass, a long game? Does not interest you? Are you only wanting the real American hero style Joes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. And of course, 2 YouTube channels with content every single day. Even more content on Patreon. Best way to support the channel. You get early access to all the videos from both channels. You get the glamour shots, dog stuff, pizza stuff, you name it. It's all going down on the old Patreon channel. Appreciate the support over there. Appreciate the support at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and now Kindle version. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on the X, and the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram is where you're going to find me online. So for a little fighter pilot, action pilot, Halo jumper, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.